Now, one country, two systems, the original idea in Beijing was that if the British could run Hong Kong relatively successfully, Beijing could also do the same. However, the challenge is that after the Hong Kong's reversion of sovereignty to China, the two places are increasingly integrated economically and a free flow of people, ideas, capital, and this has thrown up certain challenges for the political fabric in Hong Kong, because after so many years under British rule, and then the education system is geared towards the Western concepts, and very little emphasis on the national identity, with the result that there was a whole generation of young people have been lost because they have very little sense of nationhood. Most of the young people do not identify themselves as Chinese anymore, and they identify themselves as Hong Kongers. And also, when I served the Hong Kong administration, before the handover and after the handover, the idea was that the two places need to be separated, as if Hong Kong was something carved out of the mainland China. And then the favorite saying was that the river water does not mix with the well water, so the two places need to be separated. But this is not the reality. So there are various other challenges resulted in what we saw in Hong Kong for the past nearly 10 years. First of all, the protest, the umbrella movement, the thrashing of a universal a suffrage package put forth by Beijing under the Hong Kong's basic law. Now here one must remember that the universal suffrage is not included in a joint declaration with Britain. It was included in Hong Kong's constitution at the initiative of Beijing.
Right.
But then the criteria, the condition was that the candidates must be pre-screened, because the chief executive in Hong Kong must work with Beijing and has the confidence of Beijing, but that's not accepted by the Democrats. So you can see that there are all sorts of problems coming to the fore, apart from housing, lack of mobility for the young people. The economy is one-sided, geared towards the property sector and the financial sector. So there are all sorts of deep-seated problems, and the midway of the one country, two systems is a good way to steer the course of Hong Kong towards the right path.